how did you get started in art? Your education, teaching, all that kind of fun stuff.
For sure. I my father worked in textiles in the South, and myself and my two brothers and my family moved around a lot, and
Okay.
so my my very first beginnings was as an infant in the Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia, where my folks' families are from, and eventually, in my formative years, I ended up all the way down in the Panhandle of Florida,
Okay.
where when I graduated high school, I had some options on where to go to college, and without ever having visited Mercer or being a guest in Macon, I decided to go to Mercer. I still not exactly sure why.
Okay.
And when I sought some advice from a couple of mentors, and one of them told me you have to do what you love. And so the thing I enjoyed doing the most was drawing. And so I came to Mercer in the fall of '88. I got an art degree. I studied philosophy. I was in the Great Books program. I was everything that a future mother in law would be terrified of.
Okay.
Uh,
Gotcha.
and right after I graduated, I did two very important things. I got married to my high school sweetheart, and then I went to Florida State for my graduate work and got to work with some great folks, particularly Trevor Bell, a preeminent painter of the previous century and into this one. He was incredible. And then right after I finished, I came back to Mercer to teach an adjunct class. So I did a lot of adjunct work. I've taught at
Hmm.
Mercer, Georgia College, Macon State, Nell Middle, Georgia. I taught in night programs. I taught in Henry County, all the way down in Eastman. I've also done several trips in that time overseas, teaching in a philosophy and art study abroad for Mercer. And then I also had a long career at the Museum of Arts and Sciences, where I eventually became the director of exhibitions and collections.
Okay.
A lot. I was kind of the guy behind the curtain when it came to
Gotcha.
exhibit.
Gotcha.
Um, and then in about 2011 or 12, my painting professor Sam Hutto from Mercer retired after a long, fabulous career, and I was incredibly fortunate and lucky to be able to get his position where I've been a full time professor since about the fall of 2012.
Awesome. Awesome.